Okay, the Yellow Jackets just won an incredibly exciting OAC tournament game. They beat Heidelberg in 5 sets after dropping the first couple sets at home. And we're here with a couple stars of the game, along with the head coach, Scott Carter. To Scott's right is Sam Pruett, and to Scott's left is Kathleen Egan. Coach, we'll start with you. Your thoughts on an emotional roller coaster of the game?
Very emotional. It is something that wasn't completely unexpected. I think we knew that it would turn out like this, or had the potential to turn out like this. We talked to him last night after practice about being mentally and emotionally prepared to have to go 5 against this team. It's just the way the OAC is right now. We didn't expect necessarily to go down 2 sets and have to fight our way back from that. We also didn't expect to go down 9-4 in set 5 and have to battle back from that either. But the fight in this team, the composure of this team, the poise, the will to win. I thought Ohio Northern was a pretty big win, but this might be the biggest win that we've had here. So I'm pretty excited about it.
Sam, before we talk about anything specific to the game, I want to ask you about the environment. You guys, you earned the 4 seed, and so you earned a chance to play at home. And it really felt like there were points in the match tonight where the crowd played a really important piece in keeping you guys in it. What was it like to play in front of a crowd like that?
It was pretty awesome. We've been doing well at home all season, and so I think we knew that coming into this that was going to carry along with the fans and with the bench and the people on the court as well.
Kathleen, I'm interested in your perspective on what it's like to be in the thick of things and down 2 sets in the OAC tournament, knowing you guys have had a great run, but really needed this win tonight if you want to keep your NCAA tournament hopes alive. How much did that go through your thought process at all throughout the course of the game?
I think a lot, like all of us on the team have a lot of fight in us and have a lot of endurance, and we practice that in practice every day, putting ourselves in different stressful positions, putting ourselves in these positions that cause anxiety for us. So I think during practice, we prepare ourselves as much as possible to be put in these situations for games, so I think that helps us a lot.
Mm-hmm. Coach, where did you see the potential tonight after losing the first couple sets, but they were close, 1-2 points here and there, back and forth the whole way type sets? Where did you see the team dig deep enough to make the kinds of runs they did in the 4th and the 5th sets to really put some pressure on Heidelberg?
Yeah, we need to put some more offensive pressure on them, was what it came down to. I think that our passing shored up. The first couple sets, our passing was a little sporadic. We actually got a lot better going into set 3, and that helped considerably. We kind of changed what we were doing a little bit offensively, too. I was having Kira call out some things that she was seeing as it was happening, and because they were mixing up their blocking. They were actually doing a pretty good job of mixing up their blocking systems and changing some things on their side and making it really hard for our setters to kind of get into any sort of rhythm, and really making it hard for our setters because they weren't very predictable on the other side. So we really had to kind of go to a last-minute situation that we've actually never practiced before, which is having our setting coach or our offensive coordinator not only call the plays, but actually in the middle of the play calling where to set and what they were doing on the other side of the floor. I think the combination of passing and then shoring that up offensively put a ton of pressure on them, and they were digging their way out of situations, and we were in better situations offensively. So
I want to ask both of you young ladies, kind of building off what he said, since you haven't been in that kind of situation, haven't practiced that, things are happening so fast when you're out on the floor. Are you conscious of the specific changes, or are you just trying to be reactionary and let it ride?
No, I think we're aware of what's going on. I don't know, it helps us focus more when we know exactly what is being told to us, and knowing that we need to hear something as the play is happening. I don't know, I don't think we do it too randomly. There's
a little bit of reaction involved, I think, but most of it's we know where to go, when to go, and who to go to at certain times. And it was stressful at first coming from a setter's perspective, just to set someone and know that you don't know if they're going to have a giant block in front of them or have a wide open net because they were switching up their blocking so much. So it was stressful at first, but when we finally figured it out and kind of organized everything a little more, it was nice to have know what was happening then.
Sam, one of your best offensive games of the year, 17 kills, only 4 errors. And it felt like a lot of times in sets 3 and 4, when the team really needed to put something together, whether it was you need a point or you just need to stop Heidelberg's momentum, you seem to come up with a big play tonight. What did you do pregame to kind of just get yourself ready for the match so that hopefully when that opportunity arose, you could answer the call?
I just do the same thing every match, really. I'm with my teammates in the locker room. We talk a little bit, listen to some music. We get ready for the game. And I don't know, I know Coach tells me I play timid, so I knew that I couldn't do that tonight. So that's how I did things a little bit differently.
Scott, this is a young team that just won a really wild tournament game. Where does this sit with you as a coach in terms of knowing how you're building this program and you have much bigger aspirations than just winning a tournament game? Where does a win like this sit with you, knowing that this can be the kind of building block you need?
Yeah, I mean, I told the team in the locker room, I said, this is it's really a foundation for us of where we're at. I mean, we are young. I mean, we start at a 10-person rotation. We start 4 freshmen, 4 sophomores, and the future is really bright with what we have. I mean, we have one of our better players that hasn't really played all year long. She's been on the bench for us. So, I mean, the reality is, I love what we have. I love this group. I love this team. It's been a process. It has been a process of putting this team together and getting everybody on the right page and getting everybody to buy into the details and the discipline and the sacrifice that has to go into accomplishing more. I think they're starting to see that. That's what's exciting for me. When you're young, you don't always see it until it's too late. And I think that our success has allowed these guys to buy into it maybe a little sooner than some young teams would. They're not resisting as much. I think they're starting to let their guard down a little bit and starting to really believe that there's something big happening here, and that's
Kathleen, I'll give you the last word. When you get ready for a tournament like this, based on the structure, it's not a true bracket. Everybody gets reseeded at the end of the quarterfinals. As it turned out, the top 4 seeds all won tonight. So you guys are going to go play Ohio Northern on Thursday. Whether or not you had that feeling ahead of time, you played Ohio Northern here at home, and you played them well, and you ended up winning. So what are some of your thoughts trying to quickly put this incredibly crazy, emotional win behind you and enjoy it, but then get ready for a really tough team Thursday?
Well, just like Coach tells us after every set, actually, not even a full game, we have to forget about it. It's a new set. It's a new day, new set, new thing we're doing. So tomorrow we go into practice, forget about today, and we go into practice and prepare for Thursday, play Ohio Northern, and we get it done.